Hi guys, it's Steffi from the Novelty Corner and welcome back to my channel. Today is another Books Beside My Bed video. This is for the week from the 14th until the 20th of October. And this week I read 2 books. That included a total of 503 pages and my yearly reading total is up to 215 books. And the 2 books is a huge difference compared to the number of books I've been reading for the last 4 or 5 weeks, which was really unusual. I was reading a lot and basically this week I just felt really run down. So I put the books aside for the most part and I basically watched TV, which is something I never really do. I found out that Daredevil season 3 was coming out and I still hadn't watched season 2 of Luke Cage or Iron Fist. So I binge watched both of those seasons, which was really good. But Daredevil started, I started watching it last night and I'm basically going to be watching that for the rest of the weekend and then I'm going to get back into my reading because I will have, you know, watched what I need to watch and then I can go back onto no TV, which actually makes me happier. I'm just one of those people that prefers not to watch TV. But all of that is a huge aside from the books that I read this week, so let's get into them. The first book that I read was One Hot December by Tiffany Reese. This is the 3rd book in the Men at Work series, which I started reading last week. It was published in 2016 by Mills and Boon Blaze, and I gave it 4 out of 5 stars. This was not my favourite one out of the trilogy, mostly because I really didn't buy into the romance, and I also was just a fraction uncomfortable with the sex scenes in it, and it was nothing bad. It was just one of those books that you didn't really connect to. There were things that I really liked. So I really liked the 2 main characters. You have Veronica and Ian. Veronica is a metal art sculptor and as a day job she works as a welder for Ian's company. 6 months or so before the start of this book, Veronica and Ian had a one-night stand and basically Ian cut it off because he didn't want the fact that he was the boss to compromise their relationship, but also because if it got out, because Veronica was the only female welder in the company, that it could cause issues. So in a lot of ways, he has some good principles and most of the time he applies them in the right way. And in the instance of when he broke up with her the first time, it was probably not the right way to do it. You can tell that he was trying to, in a lot of ways, trying to stop a lot of potential future problems that might come up for both of them. You know, 6 months later, Veronica decides to quit. She's had enough. She's sick of having to basically be one of the boys when she can just do what she would like to do. So she's decided to pursue her art sculpting while working at the garden shop of the main character of the 2nd book, which I talked about last week and I can't remember the name of the character. Clover. Clover has offered her a job as the assistant manager in her business. So there's a whole lot of ties into the other books in the series. The other things that I really liked about it, Veronica is really tough. She is very sure of herself. She knows what she wants. She's not afraid to stand up for herself. She is also bisexual, which I thought was a really nice touch because it comes up in conversation and it's something that they talk about. And also I really loved her neighbor, who is a little old lady and she's absolutely wonderful. She used to be a welder in the war and so she offers a lot of advice to Veronica and is very tough love and very much makes her think about things in different ways, which I thought was really fantastic. So as always, the side characters have stolen the show. Overall, I gave it 4 out of 5 stars. It was still an entertaining read. It's only like 170 pages. It is not long. Wasn't my favorite of the series. I think that was really book 2, but overall, I'm glad that I've read the series. I've completed it and it was just fun. The 2nd book that I read this week was The Pirate's Wish by Cassandra Rose Clarke. This is book 2 in the Assassin's Curse duology. I figured if I was going to read a 2nd book, I was going to finish off a series and just knock out 2 series this week, and they're both short and easy to read. The Pirate's Wish follows what happens after the Assassin's Curse as Anana and Naji are basically stuck on this wizard island and they're trying to find a way. They're waiting for a way off the island and there's still a whole lot of things to contend with, like unseen enemies, you know, the future wrath of the Pirate Confederation who they were running from in the 1st book. What I really liked about this book is it brought back some of the characters from the 1st book. It also introduced a new character, the Manticore, who I really loved because she just wanted to keep eating all the men. And it was quite funny at times because she gets very put out when she's not allowed to eat the men. Anana and Naji are still trying to undo the curse that binds them. And there's a whole lot of miscommunication. There is a whole lot of unrequited romance and then more miscommunication, which I actually really liked because, you know, everyone in this acted a little bit immature at times. And for a young adult book, that makes me happy because these are characters who are not all that old. Their life experience is very, very different, and you know, when they don't talk, then problems happen, and I think that is so true to life, even though this is a fantasy series. So I really enjoyed it. Great little duology, easy to read, pirates and magicians and assassins and mythical beasts. It's just a good fun read. So those are the books that I read this week. In the comments below, let me know how you did this week with your reading. What were you reading? Anything good, let me know. I'm excited for this week's reading because I've got a whole bunch of the review copies. It's a whole lot of middle grade stuff as well, which will hopefully ease me back into reading this week, which will be really cool, including some Garth Nix and Jacqueline Moriarty. So it's really an Australian middle grade reading week, and I'm very much looking forward to it. And then I've got all my Halloween reads lined up, so I am very, very excited. I hope that wherever you're in the world, you are having a wonderful day, and I'll catch you guys in my next video. Thank you so much for watching. Bye guys.